In this video, we're breaking down exactly why your WordPress admin dashboard is slow on Bluehost. More importantly, how to fix it using database cleanup, object caching, and a few simple optimizations that make a massive difference. What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff so you can build and manage your website without wasting time fighting your tools. By the end of this video, you'll understand what's slowing your site down behind the scenes, and you'll have a clear step-by-step process to fix it. Let's get into it. The two sides of your websites, front end versus back end. Before we start fixing anything, we need to understand why this problem exists in the first place. Why does your website load in 2 seconds for a random visitor, but take 10 seconds when you're trying to edit something? The answer is caching. Think of caching like a snapshot of your website. When someone visits your site, your server doesn't rebuild the entire page every time. Instead, it serves as a saved version, a finished photograph of the page. That's fast, it's efficient, and it takes almost no effort from the server. This is what happens on the front end. Bluehost handles most of this automatically with built-in caching systems. But when you log into your WordPress dashboard, everything changes. Caching gets bypassed. It has to. When you're logged in as an admin, you need real-time data. If someone leaves a comment, updates a plugin, or changes content, you need to see that instantly. So instead of serving a cached version, WordPress rebuilds every page from scratch. Every click triggers database queries. Every page load requires fresh processing. Your server has to gather data, assemble it, and deliver it over and over again. That's already more work. Now combine that with shared hosting, and you start to see where things break down. The reality of shared hosting. If you're using an entry-level Bluehost plan, you're almost definitely on shared hosting. That means your website is sharing a single server with hundreds of other websites. Same CPU, same memory, same resources. Most of the time, this works fine. It keeps costs low and it gets you online quickly. But performance depends on efficiency. If your site is clean and lightweight, you won't notice much of a problem. If it's messy or resource heavy, then things slow down fast. If your WordPress dashboard is constantly asking the server to do heavy work and your database is cluttered, your requests get delayed. That delay is the spinning wheel. The key takeaway here is simple. You don't necessarily need better hosting, you need a more efficient website. So let's fix that. Now, first things first, if you don't already have a Bluehost website and you want to get started with one, we've got a link for you down in the description below where you can choose between one of their 3 different main plans. They've got the personal, the starter, and the e-commerce essential. And if this is your very first website, then the personal plan is probably enough. If you want to be safe though, the starter plan is a great place to start and allows for scaling down the road. Step 1, clean up your databases. Your WordPress database is the core of everything. It stores your posts, comments, users, plugin settings, literally everything. When your site is new, it's clean and fast, but over time it fills up with unnecessary data. And WordPress is really good at holding on to things you don't need anymore. What causes database bloat? There's 4 main sources of clutter. First, post revisions. Every time you hit save draft, WordPress creates a new version of that post. If you spend time editing, you can end up with dozens of copies of the same content stored in your database. Second, spam and trashed comments. Even after you delete them, they often sit in the database for a while. Third, transient data. These are temporary values created by plugins to speed things up, but many plugins don't clean them up properly. And fourth, this is the biggest one, orphaned plugin data. When you install a plugin, test it, and delete it, you probably assume it's gone. It's not. Most plugins leave behind database tables, settings, and leftover data that never get removed. Over time, all this adds up. Your database becomes bloated with thousands of unnecessary entries. And every time your admin dashboard loads, the server has to dig through all of it just to find what you actually need. That's where this slowdown happens. How to clean it safely. Before doing anything, create a backup. This is important. You're about to delete data permanently, so you want a safety net. A plugin like Updraft Plus works perfectly for this. Once you've backed up your site, install a database optimization plugin like WP Optimize or Advanced Database Cleaner. Inside the plugin, you'll see options to clean different types of data. Select post revisions, auto drafts, trash post, spam and trashed comments, expired transients. Then run the cleanup. It usually takes a few seconds, but the impact can be huge. You're removing thousands of unnecessary rows from your database, making it smaller, faster, and easier easier to serve your process. You're removing thousands of unnecessary rows from your database, making it smaller, faster, and easier for your server to process. So to do that, we'll go over to plugins here, and we'll go ahead and search for that plugin by clicking on add plugin. We'll search for WP Optimize. We'll install that now. Click on activate. Now over here, we'll go to WP Optimize. We'll click on start, and we'll click save and continue, install and continue. All right, we'll go ahead and click on skip this step and go to settings. And this is where you can go ahead and choose everything that you want to optimize. And when you're ready to run it, just click on run optimization on the right-hand side. Step 2, use object caching. Cleaning your database reduces the workload, but it doesn't eliminate it. To really speed things up, you need to reduce how often your site hits the database in the first place. That's where object caching comes in. Page caching versus object caching. Page caching serves a saved version of your website to visitors. Object caching is different. It stores the results of database queries. Here's a simple example. When you click into the plugins page in WordPress, the system asks the database for a list of all installed plugins, their status, and any updates. The database processes that request and returns the data. Now, if you leave and come back to the same page a few seconds later, WordPress asks the database the exact same question again. Without object caching, the database has to do all the work again. With object caching, that answer gets stored in fast memory. So the next time WordPress asks, it doesn't go to the database, it just pulls the answer instantly. No repeated work. How to enable it? First, check Bluehost's built-in tools. They often include a performance or caching section with an object cache toggle. So inside of Bluehost under performance, you can go to clear cache right here. This is where you can also go ahead and clear the cache for a specific URL. And we have caching enabled here through Bluehost. So this is going to help. But again, if you need more than this, you can go ahead and install that plugin. Step 3, control the WordPress Heartbeat. Now let's talk about something that most people don't realize is slowing them down. The WordPress Heartbeat API. This feature keeps your dashboard synced in real time. It handles things like auto-saving posts and preventing multiple users from editing the same content, but it comes at a cost. By default, it sends a request to your server every 15 seconds. Constantly. If you leave a tab open, it keeps pinging your server over and over, even if you're not actively using it. On shared hosting, that's a problem. Those constant requests eat up server resources and compete with the actions you actually care about, like loading pages. How to fix it? You don't want to disable the heartbeat entirely. You just want to reduce how often it runs. Install a plugin like Heartbeat Control, or use a caching plugin that includes this feature. Then increase the interval from 15 seconds to something like 60 to 120 seconds. This dramatically reduces the number of background requests hitting your server. You still get auto-saving and functionality, but without the constant strain. Step 4, identify heavy plugins. At this point, your site should feel faster, but sometimes the biggest issue is a single plugin. Not all plugins are built the same. Some are lightweight. Others constantly run background processes that eat up resources. Common problem plugins. Broken link checkers constantly scan your site for dead links. That means ongoing background activity that can slow everything down. Instead of using a plugin, use an external tool so the work happens off your server. Traffic and stat plugins track visitors in real time by writing to your database constantly. That adds up quickly. So use external analytics tools instead. Heavy SEO plugins can also slow things down by loading analysis features on every page. If your dashboard feels sluggish, try temporarily disabling your SEO plugin and testing performance. How to find the culprit. If you think a plugin is causing issues, the process is simple. Deactivate all plugins, then test your dashboard speed. If it's fast, you know one of them is the problem. Now reactivate them one by one, testing after each. When the slowdown comes back, you've found the issue. From there, decide if you actually need that plugin or if there's a lighter alternative. So take some time to clean up your site this week. It doesn't take long, but the impact is definitely noticeable. Your dashboard will feel faster, your workflow will improve, and you'll spend less time wasting and more time actually creating. Now, if you want to get started with any of the products we talked about today, you'll find links for them down in the description below. These are affiliate links, which means we do earn a small commission when you use them and no extra cost cost to you. And these commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using them, we thank you so much in advance. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on the channel, we make videos on how to create websites, explore different website builders, discuss domain names, and so much more, so be sure to subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you here in the next video.